This large tunnel curves underneath the floor and continues to the east. It's blocked by glistening ropes of webbing, and I might be able to slide past. It's the spider web hole. Well, I've got a hammer and chisel. Let's widen the tunnel. I find a weak point in the rock and hammer at the walls of the passage. The brittle stone crumbles away. Within minutes, I've created enough room to slip through the tunnel. As I clear a passage, the needle-like voice digs into my skull once more. Infiltrating, pursuing, you shall not have it. You hear a hungry chittering. Now, feed. Skittering creatures with gnashing mandibles pour from the walls. Oh, that's just what I wanted. Exactly. Durance, you're in a bad spot. Yeah, you're in a real bad spot, Durance.
Poisoned.
Durance, you better heal yourself. Bandage your wounds.
How may I help?
You as well, Aloth. Okay, so hopefully there won't be any more of that. Let's get down there. Sticky threads of webbing dangle from the mouth of the tunnel. The passage through it is clear enough. Enter the tunnel now. Ah, more spiders. Trap! Oh, two of us went down from a trap. What do you know? Not good at all.
Here's a lesson. Let's.
Okay, Pallegina, Ravius, on your feet.
Yeah.
Sorry that happened.
Yeah.
Keeping quiet.
Yeah.
Be on the look for more of those. Shattered crystal crunches and tingles underfoot. Not sure what happened here. I'm not sensing any more traps.
I'm ready.
Need something?
Heal those wounds. Have to be looking for traps everywhere now. It's much easier when Sagani was with us. She saw everything. What is this? Some peridot. Why are these spiders... They seem very calm. I don't know what's going on in there. Perhaps another spider battle. Everyone, let's go forward. Yeah, I'm not trusting a room full of spiders.
I'm ready.
Alright.
Huh?
Hey.
I'm not sure what their game is.
I'm ready.
They're not attacking.
How may I help?
Oh, I think I see where this is going. There's going to be a giant spider up there. And this will talk to us, won't it? And as soon as we talk to it, it won't like us. And it will order its minions to attack in some fashion. Which puts me in a bit of a situation. If we could get the whole group in defensive position going up there, that would possibly work.
Huh?
Alright, no guarantee we're going to survive this. But I don't see any other way. What is this? A robed gangling creature lurches toward me, and I feel something needling at my brain again. The screeching hiss that invades my mind is edged with rage. Digging and ferreting animal. It pauses, its mouthpiece is cackling. Clacking. When its words fill my mind again, they're tempered with fear. My legacy. It clutches an egg-like stone in its spindly fingers. The white stone glows with life, and I feel a presence inside. The creature notices my interest. For the colony, it cocks its head. Animal, calm, peaceful, yes? Its thoughts echo back at me from within the stone. It occurs to me that a piece of the creature's soul is somehow housed within it. What are you doing with that stone? Legacy, colony, its segmented mouthpieces scrape together. Young are always few. Slow to hatch, fragile. The creature indicates itself with a hairy appendage. Last of colony, soon to die. It draws the stone closer to its narrow chest. Long dead animals put spirit stuff in metal. It points behind it. I keep spirit stuff in stone. Take to new colony. Colony alone is weak, young, frail, empty of wisdom, but two colonies together survive, make strong colony. It strokes the stone. Need legacy to guide new colony. Keep it strong. I don't know what to do with it. We're in a bit of a precarious situation. You can leave. I won't attack you. Its black, unblinking eyes stare back at me. Warm relief gushes into my mind. Knows peace and gentleness it does. Narijek, go. Bring legacy. Many thanks. Well, it left, but what about your... I guess this is what's left of the colony.
Sure.
Let's not tick them off, though I do need what's in here. Get ready in case this turns sour. Which means, Aloth, get the hell in the middle. Durance, get in the middle.
Need something?
You turn into your
Need
animal
something?
form.
What?
If necessary. Are you saying that there's no traps? I can't find any traps. That's not a good sign. Clad Hafala. It's a spear. Ancient Engwithan Weapons. This is what they're after. Corroded and tarnished, these bronze weapons would probably only be useful to a collector now. Something hums within them, a fated remnant of essence. Whatever power they once had has long since dissolved. Okay. These spiders don't seem to have cared about the weapons. Let's go, guys. I don't want to be in here any longer than we have to. Oh, I see. We went into that room where the spirits came out of. Okay, enter the tunnel. Back here. No. What about being asked the final question? The serpentine symbols and icons of Engwith engraved into the floor resolved into words in my mind. The warrior shall call forth two witnesses, and they shall take up positions upon the emblems that bear testament to the character of his soul. The warrior shall ascend the dais, soul vessel in hand, to undergo transference. Bearing his soul vessel and a weapon with the heart of Adra, the warrior may then approach the urn. In this way he shall fashion an arm worthy of his skills and ambitions. Where did they go? I'm not sure where this is asking me to go. Searching around the room, I believe two of my companions are supposed to stand on the emblems that reflect who I am from previous questions. Ah, okay. 1.
Hey.
Aider. Which one? Right here.
Huh?
And hopefully nothing bad will happen from this. I'll ascend the dais. And nothing is happening. Did it say I have to have it in hand? I'm not sure what... These are put in our stash, unfortunately. This is not it, I don't think. I can try putting it in hand. It's not it. It's not the weapon. Okay, I think we know what to do, though. We will return. I suspect, though, that we'll be fighting those fool idiots as soon as we get out of here. As we get back to the surface. You ready? I'm fairly sure that we're going to get into a fight. They're not going to let us go. They probably watched us, followed us, and watched us go down. It's a bit of a test. Combat was not easy this time. Okay, where are they? I know that they have to be here. Huh. They still have to be here. At some point, they're going to attack us. Maybe when we get back to the hall? I don't know. That would be too obvious, though. Maybe on our way? Let's go back to Copper Lane aside to Defiance Bay.
You Eothasians stay so optimistic. The world has not given your kind much reason to hope.
You get to a certain point and you realize you got two options. You can go mad with grief and tear out all your hair and check yourself into the sanitarium. Or you can wait for better days.
Well, feathers in my case. But I understand your point.
Back to the expedition hall. I'm sure he'll know what to do. Is this them? What, these are assassins. I don't think that this is to do with that rich family. I don't think this is who I'm thinking of.
Let's go.
Hey.
Let's go.
Fools don't know who they're dealing with.
Aye?
Sure. Okay, back to the expedition hall. We can rest before we leave. Wenin, we have the weapons you asked us to find. He casually nods my way. His eyes continue to float from mercenary to mercenary as he speaks. What else do you need? I give him the tarnished Engwithan Weapons. I brought the weaponry you were looking for.
They're old, all right. But this isn't what I was expecting. I don't suppose you figured out what was supposed to make them so special.
The Engwithans used to fill them with fragments of their own essence. Beasts take them. He stares at the rusted weapon in horror and disgust. If I'd known, I'll see that someone disposes of this perversion. Seems like a reasonable reaction to finding cultural artifacts you don't understand.
At least I don't have to waste any more expeditions on this. If the Knights make a move, we'll just have to face them down with old-fashioned deer wood and metal.
Hopefully you can avoid any conflict. If they ask for trouble, we'll be there to answer. Speaking of the Knights, his eyes dart back to me. I hear you had a run-in with a patrol at Stormwall Gorge. Nothing I couldn't handle. He looks me clear in the eye. Might be I sent them your way, needing them to turn their attention away from the city for a while. Now they'll be doubling and tripling those patrols. There's a reckoning coming when these hearings end. Folks have had it with the legacy. They've had it with soul butchers angering the gods. If the Duke won't stop them, I'll be the effigy of the good people of Deerwood. Don't see it to themselves. And the dozens will lead the charge. I gave up the ancient Engwithan weapons. If they're charging on Brackenbury Sanitarium, there's always the hope that they stay there a while. The Knights are with the Duke on this one. If he decides wrong, they'll be in our way. I'm just making preparations. A lopsided grin spreads across his face. I knew you'd do well. Don't hold it against me. Just consider that Defiance Bay needs order now. The Legacy's done enough damage. He snorts. These would-be lords patrolling the streets haven't helped any, but I see your point. He slaps me on the shoulder. Anyway, I owe you one. I want you to take my old warbow. It's a trusty piece, but I won't be sniping in the shadows when Defiance Bay has need of us. No hard feelings, I hope. If there's anything else I can do for you, just let me know. Well, he gave me a sword. Or warbow, sorry. Cloud Piercer. Unique warbow, two-handed. Not... Well, looking at my fine warbow... Cloud Piercer it's got some enchantments on it. It's actually better. Not that I'm a big bow user. I could sell this. Now, there was more for us to do here. Cinders of Faith. Ferga, this is that woman. She's priest of Magran. I think at the Duke Palace? Or close to there. It's been some time since I've been there. She had visions of a cave at a place with multicolored pools and a rising waterfall. She believes that something there would restore her faith, but she also believes that something else there would try to kill her. If I were to find this item for her, she might be able to resume her duties and resurrect the sacred fires of Defiance Bay. She didn't know where to find the place she saw in her vision, but someone at the expedition hall might know. Did you know anything about this? No. I've already asked you this before. And then there's Osric, the trainer, who I helped. I don't think that there's anybody here that can really help. Well, it's possible that there may be something here. She was talking about multicolored pool, visions of cave with the place of multicolored pools and the rising waterfall. I've already asked everybody that. That's a pretty big chest.
I'll get it open.
Don't need this. Bow.
I'll get it open.
This.
Finished.
I'll take the rope and grappling hook. Geological map. This map marks areas of geological activity in Deerwood and Air Glenfath. I've Note is a description of a cavern where molten rock flows within a deep chasm. I don't know if that's what she was talking about. I found a map pinpointing the location of a place called Searing Falls. It's a long journey, but at least I know where it is now. She believes this, she also believes it's something else that would try to kill her. If I were to find this item for her, she might be able to resume her duties. This could lead me to the place. I think I have to head out there. We have other things to do outside.
We need someone to help us seek an audience with the Duke. But the dozens are little more than a mob.
What are our alternatives? The Dominels and the Crucible Knights? Would you rather keep their company?
At least with the Dominels we can be confident that the bloodshed will be minimal.
Can we?
The streets won't run red. The Dominels can be violent, but always with a goal in mind. They're certainly no friends to me or the Republics. But their motives are easy to understand.
And they've been sending assassins after me, if you haven't noticed. Over some trivial matter. No, I want to get out of the city again. There's more for us to do. More that we've been tasked with. Look at my map. Let's see if I can't find this cavern. Well, it's not the bluffs. Is it Searing Falls? I don't think so. I have to see. Oh, yeah, it is. Location of a place called Searing Falls. It's a long journey, but at least I know where it is now. There's that. Master Below with Long Time and Tide, no. Trials of Durance, no. Fragments of Scatterfaith. He wants to see the battlefield. This is Ader. We could do that. Okay. Let's go. Let's get out of the city again. Tired of being cooped up in underground or inside this crowded city. Could sell some of these items we have, though. Okay. We're done. Oh, let's go rest at the inn first. See if we can't buy one more camping supplies to make up for what we used up. Camping supplies bought. It's late in the evening. It's time to talk to some of
I'm ready.
companions.
Need something?
Her eyes glimmer with a divine spark as she coolly appraises me. Need something? I was wondering about your order, the Brotherhood of the Five Sons. She nods softly. Back in the Republics, we call it the Fremeris Mes Canc Sulius. The Five Sons are the Duke Bells, the great dukes who rule over the most powerful republics, Sperento, and Sans, Salona, Asia, and Revua. The Duke's bells keep the republics moving forward, keep us at the forefront of trade and technology, keeps us strong against our rivals. We brothers are sworn to aid and protect them for the good of the republics and their citizens. You say brothers, but my breastplate bulges in the wrong spot? She cracks a small grin. I may look like a woman and sound like a woman, but according to the Republic laws, I'm not. What they call godlike, people like me, we can never bear children, so we can't be real women. For what that's worth, most women in the Republics, if they can't bear children, it's like the sun has set on their lives. What it was worth to me, freedom. The Brotherhood has a prohibition against women entering, but I was allowed. Many resented the decision, but I learned long ago not to care. I actually never took you for godhood. That's what you are, it explains the feathers. I just thought it was some kind of... I guess I never thought about it. Quite often the godhood that I've come across, they're very hideous looking. I wanted to ask you something else about the Brotherhood. She nods sharply. How does that work? With 5 dukes, they can't agree all the time. She throws her head back and laughs. Ha ha ha, of course not. They argue endlessly in the Sangreda Ducala. The Brotherhood is forbidden to take sides in their debates, not that I'd want to. I'd rather risk life and limb fighting the Republic's enemies than listen to the droning lectures of the Ducal Congress. Our loyalty is not to individual dukes, but to the dukes as a whole, to their collective will and resolutions. We follow the mandates of the Ducal Congress. The individual dukes direct us, but they have an understanding of how we are not to be used. Let's talk about something else. The membranes of Pallegina's golden eyes slide out and back as she softly nods. How do the people in the Vailian Republics feel about the godlike? Like with anyone who's different, most people are curious or afraid. And if they're afraid, she shrugs, they get angry. They want to make sense of the world, and people like me can be confusing. And believe me, people are easily confused. Her tone becomes more serious as her voice and gaze drift off. After a long moment, she looks back to me. We all have to protect ourselves no matter where we are. Being different means always looking over your shoulder no matter what company you keep. So, you are one of the godlike, aren't you? She lets out a small laugh. That's what they call me, yes. I've never met a god, so I don't know what they're like. I can't say why everyone else presumes to understand why I was born this way. Where in the Vailian Republics are you from? I was born in the fishing village near Biagagep. Her brow furrows, her golden eyes looking away as she searches for a lost memory. Can't remember the name. Biagagep, huh? She waves her feathered hand dismissively. I was only there for a few years. My best memory was leaving the place. Like all the other brothers, I grew up under the Ozian bastions. It wasn't easy, but I prefer it to gutting fish. Why are you so concerned about the animancy in Defiance Bay? People look at the Republics as a nation of traders. We do engage in much commercial trade through Defiance Bay, but the greatest value we have found is not written on a ledger line. It's intellectual wealth. The idea is that we exchange. The Durwood and the Vailian Republics are the world's leaders in animancy. If the Durwood institutes prohibitions against research and practices of animancy, it will have serious repercussions for the Vailian Republics. Don't you think there are dangers in animancy? Of course it's dangerous, but we who live in the Eastern Reach, we are the children of pioneers. We sought out the danger. She nods her head decisively. This is why all the best research must happen in the New World. Do you see animancy as just something to be traded? She snorts dismissively. I'm not a scientist, but I believe animancy can benefit us all. There are so many questions to be answered about who we are, why I am the way I am. If we can answer them, maybe we can make life better for everyone. Let's talk about something else. I'd like to know your opinion on something. She nods her feathered head sharply. Ask, and you will know. How do you think things are going? I'm glad you know how much can be gained from diplomacy. In the Brotherhood, we are trained to keep our physical strength in reserve and use wits and words to navigate our way through most conflicts. She raises a feathered finger to emphasize her point. There will always be a time for a war, but I'm glad to see you have the restraint not to succumb to the desire every time the opportunity arises. Well, I'm here to earn money. I'm not here to die in some senseless war. You've spent a lot of time in the Durwood. What do you make of it? It's not the Republics, but the Durwood is one of the closest allies. We trade more with the Durwood than any other nation, and we have no greater ally in supporting animancy research. Pallegina shakes her head slightly. Still, I do not understand the Durwoodian obsession with revenge and feuds, nor the widespread hatred of Orlans. The Orlans from Ir Glanfath fight for their homes and their culture, as anyone would. They fight dirty, but I would too if all my enemies were twice my size. Do the Republics view the Aedir Empire as a threat? We used to view the Empire as a threat. Since the Revolution in Durwood, the Republics have benefited from the shield that the Durwood provides. It's another reason why I fear the fall of the Defiance Bay. If the Durwood is weak, Aedir will surely test the Republic's dominance in the Eastern Reach. What do you know about Rautai? They've done impressive things with cannon and artillery, and some of their ship designs are interesting, but they shout too loudly over minor accomplishments. She smiles softly. No one seriously questions that the Republics control all sea lanes in the Eastern Reach. Let's get going then.